With this, I would like to invite Mr. Saurabh Mishra, Associate Vice President Lumenore, a NetLink platform, for his presentation. A huge round of applause for him, please.
So I'd like to start with thanking the organizers. Hope I'm audible. So I'd like to start thanking the organizers and who conducted this summit and obviously giving us an opportunity to be more knowledgeable. So what we had yesterday and today we were knowledgeable with the help of our eminent speakers. And today I'll be starting this presentation with a quote: "Offense wins games and defense wins championships." Now, this specific quote is pertaining to a sports category, but certainly not very much applicable in sports where people are playing offensive and defensive game together. But it is very much effective and true in the security space. With this, I would like to welcome everyone and talk a little bit more about AI. So, with AI, the digital India can be more robust because the government of India initiatives is focusing more and more towards the digital India, and it certainly needed a more robust infrastructure towards cybersecurity. AI can certainly help with the capabilities of AI. We would be able to detect, prevent, and obviously a response to any breaches which may happen in future. With this, I'll quickly move on to the next slide. And since I'm part of NetLink, we'll quickly talk about NetLink. And NetLink is a premier technology solution service provider across the globe with 25 years of glorious experience. We have 2,000 plus employees working across 10 plus location across the globe. We had implemented 10,000 plus projects and 1,000 plus cloud deployments. These cloud deployments are not just limited to on-prem, but also to the hybrid cloud, public cloud like AWS, Azure, GCP, or Oracle. It's not just limited. We already filed 3 patents on our flagship product called Luminor, which is a data analytics platform, and 15 plus recognitions across the globe from government institutions, alliances, and partners. Let's quickly jump to statistics. It's a recent publicly opened cybersecurity breach report, which talks about the total economic toll by the end of 2023 will be USD $10.5 trillion. We have been hearing the term $6 million, but $6 trillion, but this is what the latest figure which I received from the internet research papers. Now, when we talk about the average cost of each data breach, it is $4.5 million, and close to 2 trillion breaches are expected to happen by end of the year globally. US is topping for sure. India is at the 14th position, which is a good thing. I mean, though we are at the bottom, but I can say that it is a good thing for us. We had also shown the improvement from previous year. The cost of the damage is little less than the previous year, but this could be alarming since we are moving towards the digital India. This figure can little more in the coming years as well, and we should all be very much proactive and building the cybersecurity programs in such a way so that we can produce a stable and robust infrastructure or cybersecurity. Another statistics, the top 10 breaches, and here we'll quickly talk and highlight about the top two. First and foremost, the hit, right? The number of hits which are happening are because of the insider theft. So the internal employee or internal person is causing the theft to happen, and that's very much proliferating across the globe. We had seen a couple of incidents in Bangalore. You might have already heard the news where 5 employees were stealing the customer data. The 6 years efforts of that company efforts has gone waste because of this incident. Now coming to the second incident, which is on the phishing. So there is a very famous saying, right? The in a chain of security, the weakest link is the total strength of the security. And phishing is again the highest seeing phenomena or highest seeing incidents breach across the globe, where one weak employee either clicks a link, opens up a document, which eventually cause a network breach. Malware resides inside the network and eventually gets into the or collapse the entire network. Data theft and across different things happens. when we try to mitigate it, right, the very famous quote says here, to be trusted is a greater compliment than being loved, for sure. And with this purpose, there are few certain principles which you can govern the least privilege policies, segregation of duties, the proper segregation of duties, and auditing and monitoring. So auditing and monitoring a very good principle, right? A simple dummy CCTV camera just make us ethical. I mean, we never do such mistakes or never try to do such things. Yes, it is because of auditing and monitoring. Now, phishing, obviously, we need to spread more and more awareness in organizations, in governments. We have been seeing many ads floated by RBI, Government of India, do not click on malicious link, etc. And then obviously using the right technology within the infrastructure would help us certainly. Now, when I would need to explain the AI role or the glimpse of AI in the world of cybersecurity, obviously I can explain it with beautifully with a metaphor of people, process, and technology. And I would like to start with technology. We had started seeing the glimpse of AI, though I mean it was already been communicated. The glimpse of AI, where AI is also acting as a threat actor, but it will also act as a safe actor in terms of technology. We have started seeing firewalls which are adaptable. Mr. Singh has just demonstrated in the previous few slides. These firewalls, which are adaptable, can learn from the previous mistakes, can learn from the data, and be more proactive rather than the rule-based systems. Similar is the case with antivirus or anti-malwares. No longer there are rule-based signatures which needs to be monitored and then only make a system robust. But there are adaptable AI-driven anti-malwares, antiviruses which are made available, which can learn by itself and can prevent many system failures. Now, the list is long. Many would not, as of today, would be having the AI component to it or AI flavored of it, but eventually, since this inception of generative AI, you would eventually be seeing it. Talking about process, the implementation of technology without a comprehensive process is not possible. So detection, AI-powered detection, incident response, the automated AI response-based system, etc., can make our system more and more robust. Similarly is the compliance and monitoring. We already quickly talked about it. The risk assessment and control is very important thing. As of today, with the help of Gen AI and some of the AI simulation-based techniques, the adversarial network algorithms, right? I mean, those based on those techniques, we would be able to simulate different code, different data. Based on that, we can train our machine learning model or AI model and can make our system more secure. And proper VAPT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing as a part of regular process can ensure our system is robust and secured as much possible. And obviously it's not possible without us, the people. And no matter how much AI we talk about, without people it's not possible. But we see a gap here in the cybersecurity professionals. We all, I mean, since it's a digital world, we see a lot of digital professionals, but again, the portion of cybersecurity professionals is very less. All we need is, we need to incentivize it, create such programs, upskill resources, cross-skill resources, and bring them here through different educational methods so that we have a good pool of cybersecurity professionals in coming days in India. For sure. Obviously, training and awareness is there. Diversity and inclusion is certainly needed just to get the different views, different opinions, different knowledge. And then only we can make our people strong and able to tackle the threat that which may happen in future or which may come in future. Let's quickly talk about the cybersecurity future focus. And I would thank Mr. Amish Sharma, sir, I mean, who had already talked about it in the initial discussion itself. The very first thing is the skill professional development. We need to develop a lot of ethical hackers, and it is possible by engaging with different tech companies and obviously alliancing that with different universities. NetLink, as of today, is already working with universities of Madhya Pradesh as well as universities of United States, where they are spreading AI awareness and cybersecurity programs through which new students can learn things and obviously can evolve and be a professional hacker, the ethical hackers, which can eventually prevent us from any type of cyber warfare. Now, we'll focus little more towards the futuristic learning. I'm sure that we had seen different drawbacks of the AI-driven attacks, which is deepfake. Many eminent speakers quickly talked about it. But at the same time, I would like to talk about the benefits of AI, especially the federated machine learning. Now, federated machine learning is a technique through which you do not need to share the data. So many departments across government entities, many companies, they do not need to share the data because of privacy concerns, but they can share the knowledge, and this knowledge in the form of machine learning models. Now, multiple such models can be enhanced and created a collaborative machine learning model which is so secure and robust because it has learned from all the data across the globe, and the model or the logic is ready to be deployed anywhere. And this federated machine learning is very famous and should be the focus of future. We all, the tech companies, certainly should be focusing more on putting the federated machine learning models for more secure future. Coming to the explainable AI being the black box, right? Many humans do not trust AI, though we need to adopt it for sure. But in order to build trust on humans, AI has to explain it. And that's the reason the concept of explainable AI is there, through which AI can rationalize the logic, whether this is a breach or not a breach. And this is also very famous. Talking quickly about the generative cybersecurity AI, and here comes the play of adversarial network. So generative adversarial network, we quickly talked about it. It's a risk for sure, but diamond cuts diamond. So with the same capability, we could also develop machine learning models, especially the adversarial models, which can be able to detect the deep fake sort of situations. As of today, there are very less companies which are doing it, but certainly this is the future. We can utilize the capability of AI to tackle any sort of incidents or breaches which are created through AI. Quantum computing, Mr. Amit sir quickly talked about it, and this is something which certainly are a risk, and I would quickly narrate an example. So in 2019, Google created a sample quantum computer called as a quantum supremacy. It was able to decode a problem, the world's hardest problem, in just 10 hours, which could have been done by the supercomputer for 10,000 years. See the potential of quantum computing. Nowadays, the bit-based computers will no longer be able to tackle the power which will eventually come through quantum computing. We are seeing 2029 as the year where this race of quantum computer would comes into the reality. And obviously, the government focus should be towards the post-quantum cryptography, because today's running cryptography or AES algorithm, all data which you feel are secured, and obviously secured as of today would no longer be secured once quantum computers are there, because they will be able to decode that information or decrypt that information within seconds. We already have symmetric and asymmetric algorithms available, and they all will be vulnerable. Nothing will work in future, and 2029 is the year where we started seeing it. Fortunately, government of India has already put aside a budget by 2024. $1 billion will be allocated focusing, developing on either the quantum computing capability or at the same time the post-quantum cryptography. Obviously, this is the future. We need to embrace it, and let's see what comes next. And we also talked about the DPDP Act 2023 launched or sanctioned in year 2023 September. Certainly, we saw many cybersecurity laws. Ironically and historically, we had seen that none of the law is eventually able to prevent any crime to happen. Yes, but we need to make it more and more stringent, that there should not be any loopholes. Probably India can come up with some sort of more governing laws, policies and acts which the world can rely on. We could be seeing more in towards the upcoming sessions for sure. I just went through the agenda. There are some sessions on the cybersecurity laws as well. Now, quickly, funny and true talks about it, and this talks about the very first one, which says that the only secure system is the one which is shut down, put in a cast of concrete, and obviously sealed in a lead-lined room. Obviously, it is of no use for sure, but yes, this is the only secure system we could have, obviously of no use. And the second quote, in the future there will be two type of companies, one which have been hacked and one which will be hacked. We don't want to see such future for sure, but this is the funny one. Let's quickly talk about the Lumenore. The Lumenore is NetLink flagship product. It's AI based, especially the generative AI based analytics platform, which reads a lot of data, and based on that data it is able to create different type of visualization, perform automated data discoveries across different data components using machine learning, statistical and AI algorithms, and actionize them so efficiently through narrative insights that all we need is just take an action and implement the solution. It's like the prescription. And through these three actions, obviously, companies can monetize, get the value, and obviously grow further. With this, I would thank, and at the same time, I would like to thank eminent speaker once again, making us more knowledgeable from yesterday. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Saurabh Mishra, Associate Vice President, Lumenore, a NetLink platform, for a wonderful presentation, especially that part when you talked about the future of cybersecurity framework, the quantum computing, the need for the ethical hackers, number of increase, investment, everything is there. We surely have to work on that line for sure, without fail. May I request Mr. Amitav Nag, CEO of Digital India Bhasham, to come on stage and kindly hand over a small token of appreciation to our speakers. Can you have a huge round of applause for them, please? That was